this all as just one um, one verse, I can actually, in theory, this is kind of a, this right here is a kind of a pre-chorus. I'm going to go ahead and make it a little nicer for us here. We'll call this new group pre-chorus. And then this is the chorus part here, new group and chorus. So that's a little cleaner as to how it actually goes. So we have a chorus, or a verse, a pre-chorus, and a chorus. But we do this twice when we do it. So I'm going to, right up here, this little thing that looks kind of like, I don't know, it looks a little bit like maybe an org chart or something. That one right there brings up this bar, which allows me to take this stuff and arrange it. That's going to be helpful here. So I'm going to make a new arrangement by clicking the little down arrow. I'm going to say add a new arrangement. I'm going to call it default. I can call it anything I want, but default is what I've been using, so I'll continue doing that here. So I've got verse 1. Here's the line underneath here is the arrangement that I'm working on right now. So the one up above is my master. So I can take these things from the master and I can drag it down and add it down here. So position it in the right place, and you see how it changed. It added that verse 1 part to the song. Now I'm going to add pre-chorus after verse 1. And lastly, I'm going to add chorus after that. And I'm just looking at this and I'm thinking we actually do this a little bit differently. We break, or we would repeat the your love is the anchor. So I'm going to go back and choose the master and add an ending. So I'm going to do that by clicking the plus here, adding a slide. Oh, it added it in the wrong place. Not a problem though, because I can drag it down and say I want it to be over here, right after that one. So I'm going to now edit this one. So I go into the editor, and there we are, got the editor. So I'm going to say, your love is the anchor. My hope is in you alone. Whoa, that was different. Let's put it where it belongs. There we go. And I'm going to click the editor button again to take me out of there. So this is not in the right group right now. I'm going to put this in a different group. I'm going to call it ending. So now it's in its own group. Let's go back to my default arrangement then, and I'm going to add that ending to that. So I've got that now. So we've done the reflow editor there. We also worked on putting verses into groups and working on an arrangement. One more thing that we need to do here yet. We don't have any background for this and a blank slide at the end. So I'm going to add another slide. I'm going to right click to go to the template for that slide, because for the background I don't want the box on there that the text sits in. I want it to choose this default template, which doesn't have that box. It's just a plain old black background. And then I'm going to add a second one of those. Actually, I'm doing this in the wrong place. So I need to be doing this in the master first. So go back to that. I'm going to add a slide to the master. Again, it put it in the wrong place. Bring it down here. Oh, try again. Get it dragged to the right place. There. Okay. And I'm going to add another one. So now I've got my two slides. I'm now going to put them in their groups. The group label for this one is going to be background. And the group label for this one is going to be blank. Where is my blank? There it is. Okay, so let's put a background in there now. You know what I really want is a picture of an anchor. I don't have an anchor in my library down here of backgrounds, but I do have one in my pictures on the computer. So I'm going to click the little plus down here. So far we've done a plus over here, which added a playlist. We've done a plus here, which added a slide. Now we're going to do a plus where we can add a picture. So I'm going to go into the pictures folder. I'm going to go anchor. And there's my anchor picture. I say open. That will add it down here into that library so I can use it. So now I can type anchor. There's my anchor picture. I'm going to take that and just drag it up here and drop it on background. And that's all I wanted to do. So now let's go back and add that stuff to our default. So background I want at the beginning of the slide. So I'm going to take it way over here, put it at the front of the list. And then I want a blank slide at the end so that we can show just the background. We're done. And there we are. We have our Faithful One song ready to add to our service.